You're fake, you're phony, and you shouldn't have been on this season. You ain't right. Barely got the fucking.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my quick review over Chasing Atlanta. You know, Dominique, girl, I said you was messy a few weeks ago, but girl, not only are you messy, but girl, you're a liar. Like, Dominique, girl, I was watching my TV screen like, what is going on? Dominique literally sat there and just told lie after lie after lie. Like, and the sad thing about it, I actually saw people defending Dominique. Like, we gonna call a thing. Like, you can like somebody and still hold them accountable. Like, I don't trust people like I don't trust people who can watch something and they know what they see, but they act like they don't see what they see. Like, I don't trust people like that. We'll get into Dominique in a little bit. So, Oliver, he's shooting a ad for Sephora. One thing I will say for Oliver, he took this platform and he ran with it. I remember when Oliver first got on to Chasing Atlanta. I think he had his own thing going on. Like, I think that he was, recording. I know he was recording music, but I think this platform probably put him in a better position because now, Mama done came back and, he got his Oliver tweak. One thing I will say about Oliver, baby, every time Oliver open up his mouth, he gonna make sure he mentioned that Oliver tweak season. And I said, I know that's right. You better sell that shit. Now he, I think he said he's a full-time content creator now. I believe that he does, he's doing what he loves to do full-time. Traveling the country, probably the world, I guess, booking shows, and Oliver is doing the damn thing. Oliver is using this platform the way that he should use it. So he's shooting an ad for Sephora. Troy stops by. Listen, this is the thing. And we're just gonna keep it all the way 100 on here. There are people out here in the world that just think that they have to prove something to the world or to people for whatever reason. There are people out in the world that don't see anything wrong with just fighting just because all my life I had to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of an Oliver when it comes to this. Like, girl, I'm not about to be on no TV screen fighting no woman. Like, I'm not about to be on no TV screen fighting no trans woman. Like, I'm not about to do it. Like, it's one thing if I really and truly thought that my life was in danger, or if she just walked up wailing on me, then yes, girl, I'm gonna have to pop her back. But for the most part, I want to avoid that as much as I can. Like, I don't know if y'all realize, but how you present yourself, like, there are probably so many people watching Chasing Atlanta. Look at Oliver and look at the position that he's in right now. And then you look at the other girls. Girl, you get on this platform and you present yourself to the world. And it could be your authentic self, but it's probably a mess too. So you may need to go back and say, you know what, I need to work on myself. I need to work on how I present myself to people because it's not working in my favor. So y'all can get on here and fight and throw tables and pull people across the table, aka Monique. Girl, y'all can do all of that. But at the end of the day, you the one who gonna look like a fool. Like, you fighting really and truly. Like, Troy fighting Kendra was really once I watched it again, that was really uncalled for. How are you going to call this woman your friend and you fighting her over some shit that really don't have nothing to do with you? Like, her throwing that object at Oliver don't have shit to do with you. Not nothing. You just wanted to fight that girl for whatever reason. And I'm going to even go further and say this. I don't give a damn if she did ruin your party. If that is really supposed to be your friend, you might snatch your friend up and be like, hey, bitch, you got to go because we're not doing this. You're supposed to be my sister. You here fighting. But your first go-to for someone who is your friend should not be to swing on her. Troy was dead ass wrong for hitting Kendra. He was. Whatever he threw at her, he was dead ass wrong for doing that. If that's your friend, you pull your friend to the side. We've all had friends who probably acted a goddamn fool. Your first reaction is not to start swinging on your homegirl or your homeboy, or at least it shouldn't. And if it is, y'all really not friends. Troy, you've been wanting to fight Kendra. You were just looking for a reason to. Anyways, so Miss Lauren, she hits the corner. Now let me tell y'all something. Miss Lauren hit that corner. I say, yes, ma'am. Baby, Lauren hit that corner beat, and then I started looking. Now all the makeup artists out there, friend, tell me, because you beat the girls' faces. You would know more than I know. Was Lauren makeup? What is it? Foundation? Was her makeup? You know what I'm trying to say. Was her makeup on point? Because when I looked at her makeup and her arm, it was giving me two different types of people. Girl, I thought Lauren was beat. Then I was like, I don't know, Lauren. I'm gonna give Lauren this much. People who have been watching Chasing Atlanta from season 1, Lauren has grown, y'all. Like, I don't care what nobody says. I know there are people out there who don't like Lauren, but Lauren has really, really grown. Like, she has matured. Like, when you compare Lauren to season 1 and season 2, maybe even season 3, like, Lauren has did a complete 180. And I think it's for the better. Like, I just think she's grown. That whole 9 to 5 stuff, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I remember when Lauren used to say that shit. You know, back in the day, like, she was the one who I couldn't stand out of everybody. Now, if you want to talk about somebody who I couldn't stand, it was Lauren back then when she was Jalen. I couldn't stand Lauren back in the day. Like, I did not get her. I was like, this bitch, she's something else. Like, girl. But I used to, like, look at her sideways, too. Like, why is this bitch talking about a 9 to 5? Like, I thought she used to sound ignorant as fuck. I think she used to sound dumb as fuck to me. Like, the way she used to say it, it did come across as a dig to people who work 9 to 5. Now, I didn't give a fuck about what she was saying. It didn't bother me, but it came across as a dig, or as though you can't be accomplished or you can't be getting to the money if you work a 9 to 5. Like, bitch, you know how many CEOs out there working 9 to 5s? And girl, you know how many presidents of electricity companies and insurance companies and all types of shit, millionaires, working 9 to 5? So it's like, I was like, this bitch sounds so dumb, like, and she don't even realize it. But then when she came back and she did explain why she said that comment about the 9 to 5, it actually made sense. I can't remember exactly the wording, but she said something like, the way that the show was presented to her, it was people, I think, already, like, it's kind of like, it was like, okay, like, Lauren, I'm a hairstylist, but I want to be a bigger hairstylist. Like, Rico, I'm a rapper, but I want to be a bigger rapper. It wasn't, they didn't tell her about these people, like, working at the mall, or, you know, working at Luby's. It sounded like, girl, like, y'all didn't tell me that this is what it was going to be about. Y'all made it seem as though it was going to be us already in our field, just trying to be bigger at what we're doing. So when she explained it, it made sense to me. But Troy is still like, I forgot all about that. I can't remember. I'm not going back to watch it. I just remember that reunion. Like, you know, Chasing Atlanta reunions are a mess. You know who's a mess? And I used to love him, but girl, what was his name? I know a lot of people. He was like a fan favorite. Not mine, but a lot of others. Like Devon was a mess. He was a drunk mess. Every time I looked up, he was trying to fight. Like, it was just horrible. Like, people like to me, Devon, he's like a liability. Like, you don't have those type of people. Like, you can't even do, like, girl, I look up, girl, you hopping across tables and shit. I think he on another show, G-Status. I never really could get into that show for whatever. I just never could get into it. But anyways, Troy's still talking about, girl, Troy, I don't care. I don't care. Lauren said what she said. You was offended because you worked a 9 to 5. You thought she was taking a dig at you, I guess. I don't know. Y'all bring it like, it's not even like, girl. And that's why when Lauren be sitting there like, girl, I'm not, like, I don't blame her. Like, bitch, I said what I said like way last year, 2, 3 years, 4 years ago, honestly. And y'all bringing us some shit that happened, what? Like, no. Kendra called Lauren. Kendra called Lauren backpedaling and pussy popping. Like, Kendra, I can't keep up with Kendra. Like I told y'all, like, it's always something with Kendra. either this is a problem, I got a problem with you. No, I don't have a problem with you, but I'm gonna throw a bowl at you. No, I came here, the bitches who I got a problem with is J-Lon and Q. That's what she said. J-Lon and Q. And then you call Lauren after and tell her I don't have, like, it's just like, Kendra, you are all over the place. I just feel like you coming up with any excuse you can come up with to act like a fool in front of these cameras. And I think that's just what it is. Oliver and his mother, I thought Oliver's mother was out of line when she called Kendra Little Kenny. I do. At the end of the goddamn day, like, Oliver is a grown-ass man. He does not need his mama defending him or coming to his defense. You know, I will say this much. Like, I mean, I get Kendra calling Oliver out of his name, but I don't understand why that's a fight that his mother felt like she needed to pick up. Like, at the end of the day, that really don't have nothing to do with you. Like, Oliver really is a grown-ass man who clearly takes care of himself and is articulate enough to get his point across if he needed to get Kendra together. You see what I'm saying? Like, he don't, like, I don't understand. What I don't understand is this rush to have to come to Oliver's defense like he's this poor defenseless child. Like, Troy did it. He used that as an excuse just to fight Kendra, and now his mama doing it like he's 12 years old. Like, I don't get it. Maybe it's because she thinks that Oliver can't defend himself. You know, she says she grew up. Now, one thing I will say, girl, quiet as it's kept. I do believe her. I do believe Mama Twix when she says when Mama Twix say she was about that life at one point, those were not her exact words, but I believe that she could always reach back if she needs to and get a bitch together. Like, I wouldn't even fuck with Mama Twix as quiet as it's kept, girl. I probably would just sit there and be like, yes, ma'am. She look like she could go there if she needs to. But anyways, she really does seem like a nice. Well, first of all, I love Mama Twix, believe it or not. When she started talking to Oliver about how she was on him and how she, you know, used to live a certain life and how she didn't want that to be, like, you could tell she's what is it? A no-nonsense woman. Is that how you say it? You can believe I can see her not being with the fuck shit. I can see that, but I do still stand on, I think she was out of line by calling Kendra Little Kenny. Like, girl, that didn't have nothing to do with you, girl. Like, it really didn't. Anyways, girl, I ain't gonna lie, I did holler what she said. When she got Oliver and Quay, is his name Quay? Oliver's boyfriend. When she got them the earrings, and he was like, why did you get us a necklace? She was like, because I didn't want to. You know, other people sit here try to come up with any reason. I just didn't get it. I say, yes, ma'am, Mama Twix. Anyways, child, Oliver say that Quay, I think his name is Quez. Quez, that's his name, I think. He said that he could see him spending the rest of his life with Quez. I said, girl, you was just okay, girl. I said, baby, when I say the punks will move fast in a relationship, girl, you was just over another nigga house just a couple of months ago. Now you done met this nigga. Now you about to spend the rest of your life with him. I said, okay, Oliver. Girl. Anyways, Dominique. Let's get into Dominique. Y'all, Dominique is messy. Dominique is messy. I've been said that. Dominique is a liar. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, Lauren, to me, is dead ass right. Oliver was not wrong for telling Lauren. Like, I don't know what type of friendships y'all have with people. It's weird as fuck, like, some of the comments that I've been seeing. Like, if Lauren walked up to you at Pride, if you saw Lauren in Birmingham at the mall, if you saw Lauren at the club, and you ain't said shit to Lauren about your sister who you wouldn't even let stay with you. Like, you got all this stress in your chest about somebody who you wouldn't even let stay with you. So why are you so bothered and so upset about X, Y, and Z and this man getting into your sister's face? Well, if you worried about the man getting into your sister's face, you should have asked Lauren Harold, girl, what's your ex-boyfriend's information? I need to have a conversation with him. Like, Dominique, you really all over the place. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You are using Lauren for a storyline. You are using Lauren for clout. Let's just call it for what it is. Just let's call it for what it is, girl. You all over the place. Then when you sit down with Lauren, it's this, oh, you backpedaling and pussy popping. Girl, Dominique, you have made it seem as though when you saw Lauren, bitch, it was on sight. Now, you didn't come directly at Oliver like that, but let's just be for real. You coming to Oliver with that situation, it was a mess. There's no other way to flip it and turn it around. Like, if you go to somebody and you say, hey, girl, you know somebody named Lauren? You friends with Lauren? We grew up in the same city together. Yeah, her and my sister, they had some situations. You know, I just want to talk to her about it. Girl, that's a mess. That is the definition of some mess. You want to talk to Lauren about some mess. It would be completely different if you walked up to Oliver and said, hey, girl, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I know you friends with Lauren, right? Yeah, girl, we grew up in the same town together. Oh, my God, I cannot wait to meet her. But you came to Oliver with some mess. So Oliver did the right thing by telling his friend, hey, girl, you know this nigga, you know some nigga going around Atlanta asking about you, talking about something about your sister. You kicked his sister out and your boyfriend or some shit like that. Oliver did the right thing. Oliver don't know Dominique. If Dominique would have walked up on Lauren and beat the shit out of her, and then Oliver would have been sitting there like, girl, oh my God, it was the guy who came up to me. Like, anything could happen. So Oliver was not wrong for letting his friend know that a bitch is going around town asking about you and telling some shit that happened years ago. And Lauren not wrong for saying, bitch, you using me for clout. I walked up and spoke to you at Pride. You saw me at the mall. You saw me here. I sent you a Facebook message and you ain't said shit. Now all of a sudden, girl, they come around, meaning the cameras, and now it's a problem. You want to have a problem over somebody who you wouldn't even let stay with you. Girl, if you don't get up out my face. I did your sister a favor because you put her on the street. You didn't give a fuck what she stayed quiet as it's kept. Because if you did, you would have put out a pallet for her. But you didn't. You locked your door and told her, girl, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're not staying over here with me and my man. That's what happened. And I took your sister in, helping your sister. And now you want to come to me about some shit that really don't have nothing to do with you? You were so concerned about your sister, but girl, you threw her out on the street. Girl. Dominique, you messy. You messy and you wrong and you sat there and you lied. And then y'all tried to flip it on Oliver like Oliver is just, oh, Oliver wrong for telling Lauren. No, he's not. Lauren is his friend. Oliver did exactly what the fuck he was supposed to do. Girl, it's a bitch coming around Atlanta asking about you, talking about some shit that happened with his sister and your boyfriend and how your boyfriend kicked her out or y'all didn't pay her money. That's what they were supposed to do. Rico, somebody must have came to Rico and told Rico he needed to step it up. Let me just say something. Oliver is not innocent. We've seen Oliver say little shady stuff especially in the confessional, right? But Rico did lose me when he was like, Oliver, you said some things. You talked about her looks. You talked about her career. He said those things after Kendra threw a bowl at him. Like, we're not going to sit here and act like Oliver said those things prior to Kendra getting up and flipping the whole building upside down. Before Kendra acted a fool, Oliver actually said, as the co-host, hey, we're here for Troy. I can't remember his exact words. We're here for Troy. This is Troy's days. I don't want to invalidate anybody's feelings, but maybe we could try to save that for another day. You know, that today is not the day to do all of that. This is about celebrating Troy. That's what he said. Kendra took it to a whole nother, like, this was like, I don't know what we be watching or what y'all expect to happen. Like, once you throw a bowl at me, once you throw anything at me, I can say what the fuck I want to say to you. Like, girl, you just tried to hit me with something. And you expect me to sit there and not say nothing? So I thought Rico was completely wrong about that. Yes, like I said, Oliver this is the thing about Oliver. Oliver says stuff in the confessionals, but I don't think that it adds up to people's reaction. Like, that whole Power of Three YouTube thing that Q, Lauren, and Oliver did. Like, this is what I get from people. Oliver can go to the confessional, and he is shady. He'll say something like, "Oh, girl, you think you look like Chance the Rapper? Well, girl, I look like Tay Diggs. Girl, Lauren look like K. Michelle. Kendra look like so-and-so." And then Kendra is like, "Bitch, it's time for war." Like, bitch, what? Girl, you about to go to war over that? So it's almost like the reaction to Oliver's action, it doesn't line up to me. Like, no, you can't tell nobody how mad to get, but we have to be realistic and say that, girl, it's like not the same. Girl, you ready to go to war over a confessional? You ready to go to war over some shit? Like I said, Kendra all over the place. I don't even want to talk about Kendra. Rico can rap his ass off. Oliver can rap his ass off. I live. Yeah. What else? The gay date night, I thought was cute. I thought it was cute to see 3 gay couples. Again, I put Dominique full of shit. Girl, you brought this on the show. And now it's like, why you go back and tell her? Like, again, I thought that Dominique and Rico was trying to see it from both sides, but like, no, that's not how this works. Like, girl, if you come up to somebody talking about their friend, bitch, I'm telling my friend. Hey, girl, it's somebody who coming around asking about you, and she said something about you and your ex-boyfriend, his sister Samani. Girl, that is mess. Girl, there's no way no matter how you deliver it, you can deliver it in the nicest, most non-messiest way possible, but it's still mess at the end of the day. I put Rico, you're wrong. There's no good way to bring back mess. Like, Rico was like, she wouldn't feel that way if you didn't bring it back. There's no other way to put that, girl. Some shit that happened 3-4 years ago, somebody come around asking about it and talking about they want to talk to you. There's no nice way to put it. Because at the end of the day, we all know that when you strip away everything, girl, it's still some mess. Girl, it's still some mess. Anyway, Shelly, that's all I got to say. This is a good episode, to wrap it up. Oliver has his ways. We all have our ways. Oliver has his ways, but I don't think the things that Oliver does is, it's time for wartime. Was Oliver reading the shit out of Kendra about her career, her wigs, and them jumpsuits? Yes, she was, but he did that after Kendra tried to hit him. Like, that's the part that we need to realize, the order that it went in. Troy, you I wouldn't trust you, because Troy, you fighting for Oliver, then mad because Oliver not fighting. Like, girl, whatever. Dominique, you messy and you a liar, girl. Girl. And the most you can say at the end of the day was, well, the food was good. I did holler when Dominique said, Dominique said, maybe it's that tight ass dress and them teabag ass titties. I'm not gonna lie, I did scream when Dominique said that. All right, y'all, I'm gone. Bye.
Well, the food good.
It is.
Chicken.